pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's start with the roll call. Yeah, if we could, please just offer a moment of silence for Councilman Houston that passed away this past week. His funeral was this past Saturday, so just a short recognition from Tom. Thank you. Okay, we begin the roll call then.
Weber,
Here.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Brusader,
Here.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen is excused.
Next up, we're going to need a motion to approve the agenda as presented. So moved.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Did anybody sign in, Ryan? Okay, thank you. Okay, next we'll go to the consent agenda, which includes the following. The minutes of the February 10th, 2025 regular meeting. Tobacco advice retailer permit application for the Spot Smoke Shop with a tentative effective date of February 6th, 2025 through June 30th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same. Next, need a motion to approve the claims as presented.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any questions or comments regarding the claims? Then revenues and expenses. This was really informative for me this time, Susan, because it looked like there was two departments where it was a little different, but not a lot different. The amount that was expended. So I appreciate your diligence in putting all that together. And also the transfers, just for the public to know that transfers doesn't necessarily mean we're moving money around without cause. It's moved around because it comes from one fund to another that's legally allowed. So, thank you. Next, hearings and ordinances. Need a motion to Chapter 69 parking regulation amendments.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Or this is a roll call?
It is a roll call, but yeah, I want to give everybody a little clarity on things that have been done with this, because it's been changed a little bit since we talked about it during the work session. One of the things that was talked about during the work session was the 2-hour versus 3-hour parking zones. Based on feedback we heard, we've reduced everything down to 2-hour. There won't be any 3-hour. The other thing to keep in mind is it used to be that between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., between the periods of November 15th through April 1st, 5 of the streets that were on here, 2nd Street, 4th Avenue, Northeast and Southeast, 2nd Avenue Northeast, 3rd Avenue Northeast were all only limited to no parking between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. between November 15th through April 1st. That'll now be year-round. So there won't be a wintertime exclusion for that. A couple other things to note as you go down through there and read it or look at the actual ordinance. The stuff that's highlighted in green were things that was requested by Modifier or the people that do our clarification for us. It's a reduction from like a capital P on parking to a lowercase p, just a cleanup thing. We added lot designators to all of the parking lots, so we have like lot A, lot B, lot C, so on and so forth, because we want to go out and put some signs up so the public knows what lot is what. Because right now it lists, like North City parking lot. Well, I have an idea of where that's at, but there's no sign out there that says this is the North City parking lot. So we added that so we can clarify where those are at. We also added some language on there for like the 72-hour limit on that particular parking lot related to the parking spaces where signage is present for downtown housing purposes and a valid permit is issued by the police department. Dave and I had some discussion about that. The police department agreed they can issue those permits for that. way we know that that vehicle that's parked in that stall that's dedicated to the downtown housing is actually for that housing. So allows the police officers hopefully a better ability to enforce things too, because it'll be more clear when they're out there about what's what. So those are the big points of that.
Obviously, that'd be something displayed like a rearview mirror hanger or something on the vehicle.
I left it vague in the language on purpose. I just said that a valid permit issued by the police department is present on the vehicle so that they can determine whether they want to do a sticker, whether they want to do a hanging placard from a rearview mirror, whatever that looks like. Just, that way they can kind of decide what makes the most sense.
And again, this is a work in progress as we get things closer to completion as far as the designations and with downtown housing requesting more in the future probably. All right. And I'll move to need a roll call. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hannah,
Yeah.
Moore,
Yes.
Versater,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Okay, we'll continue and move on to Chapter 70, Traffic Code Enforcement, Procedures Amendment, the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
So this is another one that was discussed during the work session on February 3rd. This is the addition of the impoundment piece so that if a vehicle that's got parking violations has total $75 or more, the vehicle can be towed or impounded. And to point out, it may be towed or impounded. It doesn't say that it shall. And then for repeat offenders, it adds that any vehicle that's been issued 2 tickets for violation of parking restrictions as directed in Chapter 69 that we just talked about, and is found to be in violation of a third time shall, in addition to the imposition of a third parking ticket, be impounded by the city. So those are the 2 most important things that it's adding. And that was something the police department had asked for as well, to try to combat the repeat violators and people who just want to pay a fee and call it good. So.
And also on private property.
Yes, this is only on, only vehicles parked on public roadways, city-owned parking lots, or easements, rights of way shall be eligible for towing and impoundment under this section. We're not going to go on private property and tow somebody's vehicle, or like for instance behind Kohl's, there's some parking back there that's private. We're not going to do that on a private parking lot. It's only on the city's parking lots. I just had John come up and pull the microphone because we're pretty sure it's that microphone. But didn't help, John. Didn't help.
Next we have a roll call, please.
Moore,
Yes.
Versater,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Passes. Okay, next up for resolutions, we have a resolution extending the moratorium on enforcement of certain sign regulations. Many of these were regarding downtown displays of signs. To my knowledge, from merchants that I've talked about, it's been a beneficial thing for them to display the signs.
Yeah, the planning commission's working through that. We've got a couple things left to clean up on it. We're close, but we're not quite there. We're not going to meet the deadline, so we need to extend it.
Motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Roll call?
Versater,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Next up, a resolution to approve a homeowner slash agency repair program project according to Independence TIF LMI set aside administrative plan, Project 6. For the public, the anytime TIF tax increment financing is used to assist people within moderate income. There is a certain amount paid back that we can allocate in different ways, and this is our method of allocation. This is having people apply for it, go through a review, financial review, see if they qualify, and then if they qualify, then they can meet the standards we have to. One group is putting in different windows, another group is putting in siding. So it's a good program.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Roll call.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, we have a resolution setting the date for a public hearing. I see. Okay, that was the first project that was related to siding, I believe. And the second one is related to the application for window replacement. Again, we need a motion and second.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
What's the maximum they can get on that?
10,000.
10,000,
10,000.
Thank you.
which is what the first one was for the siding. That was the total one was 10,000.
Okay.
Next up, we have a resolution setting the date for a public hearing on a proposal to enter into general obligation loan agreements and to borrow money thereunder. Motion to approve and authorize the Mayor Pro Tem to sign a resolution that sets a public hearing date of March 24th, 2025 at 5 o'clock p.m. on a proposal to enter into general obligation loan agreements and to borrow money thereunder.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, we have other business, which would include fill council vacancy, Ward 5 council seat. Need a motion to fill the council vacancy for the Ward 5 council seat by appointment.
So moved. Second?
Roll call, please. Any discussion?
You should have some discussion on it.
Well, yeah, so the way this is, my understanding of the way this is supposed to work is now that the council has decided to move forward with that motion, Susie will post a notice in the paper for applicants who are interested. There is a application form for them to fill out, and we'll bring that forward to the, I believe, March 24th would be, is the idea or the intent for the council to make a decision at that point. Either way. So if the council wants to do any kind of interviews or anything else like that, we need to figure that out kind of between now and then.
And on the, on the 24th is when we have to fill it, isn't it? There's a certain time window.
I'd have to go back and look.
There's 60 days to fill the vacancy. I just kind of looked back at how it was done previously, where at the second meeting, it was announced, then a month later, we filled that position.
Right.
So there'd be about a 2-week opportunity for people to
I have,
fill out the paperwork and come forward.
yes. I think I have the actual notice that's going to be in the paper, in the agenda.
It is, the notice is in there.
I can't remember the dates, but yes.
The application's in there also, but we'll also have applications here, and we can put it up on the city's website as well, if there's information out there for people to look at.
And are we just gonna have it in this Wednesday's paper? We're gonna have it in Wednesday, Saturday, both?
I usually just run it
The one time? That's all you're required to run, just one time.
And this is for the public as well, if you're watching on one of the channel opportunities, and you know somebody in the 5th Ward that would be interested, it's a good opportunity. We appreciate that and look forward to hearing from people.
Keep in mind too, this is an appointment process that would run until November of this year, and they would have to run for re-election at that point. Because the appointment only carries you through to the next election cycle, and whoever is appointed will then run until they come back to election.
Motion. Roll call.
Moore,
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
Motion carried. Okay, council members, it's time for council reports.
I think before we do that, we should have we have 2 school attendings.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, please come up. EB? Thanks, Ralph.
Yeah, speak clearly and loudly so the microphone.
Yeah, because
the other
there's no mic there now, so.
microphone-
I believe Matt's looking it up right now.
Number for you right now, give me that.
The current, so I'm going to read you numbers based off of the February 3rd council meeting that we had. I believe this is still accurate. The 26 proposed budget for the fire department is around $480,000.
And there's no budget cuts proposed. It may limit new spending, but there's no cuts.
Mr. Prasader. That side of the table always does the signing.
Next up. Oh, okay. Just there for moral support. Better way.
You got any questions anyway? Oh, okay.
There you are. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. Hey, council reports, Mr. Weber.
I have nothing.
Mr. Moore.
Just a shout out to our high school. Friday they had jazz competition at Liberty, a big jazz fest, and our jazz departments came in third place. And in our speech department from the high school, we had one of our speech departments in Reader's Theater got all ones in the district at Decorah, and they were asked to perform at state, and they took #1 in the state. So taking #1 in the state in speech is a very, very high honor. And Matt and I both are pretty proud parents of participants in that.
I have nothing. Yep.
Rusty?
Yeah, I've had a couple calls about chickens. And I told them how we voted that down once not to have chickens in town, but I did tell them to reach out to the city manager if they wanted to get it back on the agenda.
It's
And
planned,
probably get with the city council people, so just heads up on that, I guess. Thank you.
yeah, that's planned for the March 17th work session, because I have had somebody reach out and want to have a discussion with the council about it again.
Okay, thank you.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Deb.
Yep.
All I have is congratulations to Tyler Whelan for wrestling in the finals for Independence and for the Mustangs for finishing 7th in the state of Iowa Class 2A wrestling. Susie?
March 1st, this Saturday, the Chambers is having their award banquet. I think I talked about that once before. We have 4 seats that we would like to fill. We do have an individual from the city who will be receiving an award that night. So we'd like to have council members there if we can.
You do have me marked out for
I would say, I think Ralph has indicated he would attend. That leaves 3 other seats open. If all council would like to attend, that would be great. If there's room for me to go, then I'll go too, but council's first crack at it. So if there's 3 other council members who are interested in going, reach out and let me know.
that is this Saturday.
Yeah, March 1st.
Yes, it starts
I
6 o'clock.
want to say 6, yeah. I know it's at Heartland Acres.
I think social hours at 6, isn't it?
You can have my seat back, so I won't be home.
I appreciate that, Deb, thank you. The other thing I wanted to point out and make sure everybody's getting it on their calendars, April 26th is when we're planning on having the strategic planning session for the city. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I think that we're going to probably end up having it at the library, but I need to confirm that with her yet. That's kind of where my plans are, whether all department heads will be there as well. And then the only other thing I've got is this Friday, the 28th, I'm planning on being at the office. So, any other questions or anything, let me know. That's all I got.
Well, Well, with that in mind, I'll take,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Um,
Let's go home.